What's going on, everybody? This is the Gear Locker coming to you with another video. And this video is going to be another Winkler unboxing. And this is going to be let's take a look because I don't want to say it wrong. This is going to be the Winkler Knives SD1 Maple Sculpted. So I actually went to, and that price, I didn't pay for that. Don't worry, I'll get to that later in the video. So this Winkler is one that I was not expecting to get today. I'm from the South, from South Carolina, and I am a very big Mass General Store, as you can see, a Mass General Store fan. And so I went in. So for the last couple of weeks, months, I've been looking at some Winklers, and I was looking at the General, and I was pretty much sold on it. I'm like, I'm gonna go today and get me the General, and that's going to be my summer knife because how my setup is. I do a lot of yard work and things of that nature, but I live like out in the sticks. So, seeing things on the news where dogs come in. I mean, I don't see things on the news. I mean, I see it all the time. Matter of fact, I had a coon dog in my yard today. You know what I'm saying? Just for no reason at all. He had a collar, but anyway, when I'm out in the yard or whatever like that, I always want to have something on me. So in the summertime, if I'm in the yard, I like as minimalist stuff on me as possible. So, I was looking at the General because currently now I am working with the Woodsman, and the Woodsman is as you can see, I use my stuff. I don't do that putting in safes and all that kind of stuff like that. Life's too short. You know what I'm saying? So this is my current EDC for out in the yard. So this is the Woodsman, and it's been a great knife. I love the sheath. The sheath is the brown leather sheath. I mean, it's awesome. I love it. And this is a great knife. As you can see, it's a full knife. Pretty much it's a full knife in the hand. I have, large hands, and, it's a knife that's going to feel your hands, perfectly. It's a great knife, and the sculpted maple is just absolutely amazing. Also, I love that pommel on the back. So that's not that I currently have in my yard, but when I'm out in the yard and I'm like, bending over, doing stuff, maybe on the ride lawnmower, maybe even on the push lawnmower. I don't like to have something like protruding on my side. I really don't want to feel this knife. And it's a great knife. It's a wonderful knife. But this knife is going to be something that I want to use more so in the winter time, because in the winter time, I'm not on the lawnmower. I'm not, on a riding or a push lawnmower. I'm actually going outside for a purpose, doing work, whether it's, working with wood or whatever I'm doing. And it's going to be more, it's going to be more of a purpose-built knife when I go outside. In the summertime, when I go outside, I'm pretty much only out there pretty much for one thing and one thing only. That's to cut the grass, and that's to do yard work. And before you can't be out there too long because it just gets too hot. So you're not going to really be doing a whole bunch of tasks with your knife. So I was looking for something a little bit smaller than the Woodsman. So that's where I was going to go with your General. So when I got there today, and guys, I like to tell stories when I'm talking. So if you don't like that, there's a slider on there. You can go ahead and tune you can go ahead and tune me out and go ahead and get straight to the meat and your potatoes. So anyway, I just prefer um, a smaller knife that's going to be a lot more adaptive of what I've got going on in the yard, and for tasks of that nature. Now back to the whole dog situation, not just for outdoor tasks, but I've had it where I'm out in the yard and next thing I know I turn around and there's like a dog behind me, or just a random dog. I mean, I got foxes out here. I mean, I got a whole bunch of stuff. Even though I would rather have a fox come in my yard than a dog. I've had foxes come in my yard and the doggone foxes play with the doggone barn cats. The wildest thing. But anyway, because a pit bull comes in your yard, and I've had some pit bulls. They'll freaking, depending on whatever they got going on, they'll attack, and they are quiet. They are silent. Like they are silent. Like you don't even hear them. And next thing you know, they up on you. So it's good to always have a knife. But this is just too big for what I got going on for the summertime. So anyway, I go into the Mass General store. I'll go there and I'm like, hey, you guys got you guys got the General. And there's two guys behind the counter and they both start looking at each other. And I'm like, dang. It's like if you'd have came 3 hours ago, you would have had it. And I'm like, oh man, are you serious? And they was like, yeah, man, like, we're so sorry. Like, but let me check. And then they checked again. It's like, nah, that was it. So I'm like, well, let me see what else you got. So I was looking through their repertoire of knives and I'm like, wow, I think I may have saw something even better than the General. One thing I did not like about the General was these scales. I didn't like the topo. I'm more of a sculpted maple type of guy. I'm a sculpted maple type of guy. That's just what I'm into. So, I mean, I have a dagger. You can go on back in the previous video and look at the dagger. But I have the dagger, sculpted maple. Everything that I've gotten from Winkler has been sculpted. Period, hands down. So, I looked around and I'm like, okay, so they did have some other knives. They had the boot knife. They had some other stuff. They had, and then I saw it. And let me show you what I saw. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that back. And I've got something else I'm gonna do a comparison with. Another Winkler. But let's go ahead and jump off into this. So this is what I got. Let's go ahead and open her up. Now I have not opened this since I got it. So let's see what we got here. All right, first things first. With unboxings, Winklers, depending on where you go, there may be only the knife in the box. There may be a knife and just some paperwork. Who knows? So every time that I open up a Winkler, I get a different experience. So let's see what experience I get on this. So okay, so we got the knife and some other junk in there. Now, this is the first time that I've received some wicked wax. Never heard of this. Never heard of wicked wax. I always use frog lube, but I heard this stuff is pretty good. This wicked wax stuff. I heard this is the real deal. Holyfield. Let me in 1 second here. Let me open this thing up. It smells good. Got a nice little smell to it. So it looks like it's a kind of like almost it's not like a oil. It's more so like a I don't know, kind of like a I don't even know the word to use, but it's a little more solid than an oil. But it look like I heard you can actually put it on the actual blade itself and the actual the handle itself, which is pretty good because it's like a multi-purpose. So that's what the wicked wax looks like. I mean, I say it's a wax. It's like a beeswax. So that's actually pretty cool, that they start adding that. And I heard that they added that. So let's see what else we got in here. So as you can see, you got the standard, history, all that good stuff. And you have the typical thank you, Mr. Daniel, and control number 2463. All right. 24C3 it looks like. All right. So let's go ahead and get to the meat and potatoes while you're here. Not to hear my mouth running and yapping. All right. So first things first, guys. I thought this was going to be a hard sheath, and I am very, very, very happy that it's not a hard sheath, because I don't want a hard sheath. Not for that. Other stuff, that's fine, but I don't want a hard sheath. So that is cool. That's cool. And next thing, you have a Winkler's Knives with the backdrop American flag sticker, which is absolutely cool. So for all you patriots out there, that's a cool little sticker right there. I'll be sticking that on something, or if, I don't know, I haven't thought about it yet. But anyway, I'll put that on something. So this is your knife. This is the SD standard duty Winkler knife. And I'm pulling it out just like I would. I mean, this is the first time that I've actually pulled this out since I've seen it in the store. So let's go ahead and open her up. Boy, that is a nice sheath. That's a nice. Let me open this up the right way. All right, that kind of nice little satisfying pop. Did y'all hear that? So let's go ahead and go into the sheath real quick. So the sheath. This is the first time that I've actually seen this type of sheath for this knife. Normally, the sheaths that I've seen when I go to Monkey Edge, it's been just a standard codex, but this is actually a It's actually looks like a codex. Can't think of it. It's not codex, but guys, you know what I'm talking about. I can't think of the name, but anyway, it'll come to me. But basically, it's like the standard sheath, but it's got that leather coating. They got that leather wrap coating. Got that leather wrap around it, and it is absolutely rock solid. It is nice. I mean, look at that. I mean, that is nice, and it's a small form factor. You got that clip. Looks like almost like a Alti clip on the side. A Kydex sheath. Good gosh, good muggers. It's a Kydex sheath with a leather wrap, looks like. That's what it is. Not a Codex, a Kydex sheath. So, I mean, that right there that is absolutely a nice sheath. I mean, I'm just impressed over the sheath alone, because I haven't seen them do this with this type of knife. So anyway, let's go get back to the business. So this is going to be the standard duty, and this is perfect for when I'm out in the yard and I'm doing a lot of, grass cutting. The odds of me having to fight off a dog is going to be, the possibility is there, but the more, possibilities of me using this knife in task outside is going to be a lot more likely. And in the summertime, the last thing I want is more stuff on me. I want the least amount of stuff on me as possible. So guys, I'm just want to show you just the size of this knife. Let me go and show you a comparison. So I'm going to get two knives out here. So this is the Woodsman, and as you can see, the comparison, this is a lot smaller than the Woodsman. I think this is 7 inches, and I'm not sure this is 7 inches. So this is actually perfect. The General was 7.34 inches or something like that. So it's a little bit longer than this, but it didn't come with a sculpted handle. And that's one thing that I absolutely love, because it fits the mold of what all of my Winklers look like. So it's absolutely perfect that I actually have something in sculpted. I'm not sure it's maple or walnut. Let me see. I prefer maple, but maple. And the reason why I prefer maple is because maple is a harder wood. So that's what I love. So guys, that's going to be your standard duty sculpted. And let's go ahead and do another size comparison with another Winkler. So this is the Winkler. This is the Winkler Oh goodness, this is the one from Dom Rosso, and it's the Razorback. So this is the Razorback, and let's go ahead and do this. Let's do it this way. There we go. Now we cooking with grease here. This is the Razorback from Winkler, and I'll try to get a close up. So you got your Razorback, and let me see. You got your Razorback, which has the pretty much the you have that kind of like that concave type that almost like a pommel almost. And that's going to be this is a fighting knife. This is more so a kind of a EDC knife, but they pretty much going to be this. I think the this is going the Razorback is going to be a tad bit longer than the standard duty. But they're going to be pretty much the same, almost the same frame size almost. I think the let's see here. The standard duty is going to be a little bit more thicker toward the aft end, and the Razorback is a little bit more streamlined, and then you have that little tip there, almost like a pommel. So that's going to be pretty much your size comparisons, guys. Of the three knives, and there you go. Tell you what, let's do this. I don't know who wants to see this, but you're gonna get this work today. That way you can get a good size comparison if you're in the mood of buying one of these knives. So that's the size comparison. Again, this is going to be a perfect knife for the summer for me, and this is going to be more so my winter knife. But guys, I'm not going to hold you that much longer. I know I probably talked your head off. But guys, if you have any other questions or comments, please don't hesitate. Leave it in the comment section. And thank you guys for all your support. And if it's not too much trouble, could you go ahead and tap that like button? I really appreciate it. And even if you don't, I still appreciate it. Thank you guys. You guys have a good one.